So my lips are totally dry now. I want to add little bit of darker shade of red or maroon here, and I will just use this pencil. You can use the brown also. This is my chin. I'm creating the shadow here for the chin, and then I like little bit of red on her, like an eyeshadow also, but I don't want very prominent, so I can use just this pink here. It will give little bit of texture, although I will not add water on it. And then wherever we do the flowers and the C shape, now we will do with some dark pencils to add the stuff. I'm just using the C shape movement here, nothing fancy. So I have that background, and now I have little bit of this shape going on. This is the best way to see your supplies, like you can add something else. So now you can see I start with this reference, and now it's taking little bit different because everybody has their own style, and we didn't copy this stuff totally or fully, unless and it is the traditional painting or the way of doing that particular thing that way. So I'll add those strokes. Maybe those strokes I'm not following the same lines, and here I'll add few color. Okay, I'll add few pink color here, and it's your wish that when you have to add the color, when you have to stop, if you don't want. I just want to highlight that area with that color, so that's why I add it. And I thought it's pretty blank, so it need color. And as middle partition goes, I'll just put that little bit here. Now I want this portion more darker, the ears, like goes this and this. Again this. So now you can see all these are pretty subtle going on. I just have to add more green color if I want to brighten up the stuff. At the same time, I would love to add a little bit of orange in the front flower, and maybe I draw the lotus here, and that will look very beautiful. I don't know what they draw here, some kind of flower. I really don't know what is that. Or maybe we can draw the water also. So I think this is okay for today. I'll just add few last steps here, few water splashes, what we draw the new hair strands to them, little bit of water on this butterfly kind of stuff, which is not perfect butterfly. You don't have to make that butterfly prominent, and you don't have to make the every detail, otherwise she will lose the character. And I think that's the main key, that you don't have to forget what is your focal point. So until the next crafty project, we will finish this one, and then we'll start something new maybe. I don't know, but let me know how much you like it. Would you like to do more of these, or you want different things? So let me know in the comment. If you have any questions, you want to see something about supplies or techniques, I can teach again. So practice, and we'll meet soon in the next video. Bye bye and take care. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Renuka, and today it's kind of, I thought that we should finish this so that we can jump into the another project. So we did this. Up till now we use these pencils, and these are watercolor soluble Intex pencils we use. You can find any watercolor soluble pencils you have, and if you don't have, I already told you, this is the way I put just in a jar, and I'm just reusing the old jar for this. But you can add more fun to them by adding different things to them. Like today I'll show you how you can add more things and how you can increase, you know, the good things in your drawing. The first thing is, if you want to add the flowers in them, you can just print out few flowers like these and see which you can draw them on some other paper, and then you can, you know, put them in your drawing. Other thing is, if you think that you're not pretty much good in drawing, you can use these kind of stencils. These are pretty sticky. I have sticky, not stinky. So I have these for a long time. I think I bought them from Crafters Consumer or something like that. I don't remember, but they have this sticky back. Okay, so like this flower or this flower we can accommodate here with her dress, and we can do that. Other things you can add with the stencils are these kind of flowers, and you can use with the pastels or distress inks. I'm just showing you the options. You can use any inks. I have like this one. These are distress inks, so you can use them. You can use these kind of stencils also. Some of them I have the envelope, some of them I forgot which brand they are, and then few stencils are like this. I will show you. So this one is a kind of a full going structures where you want to draw the veins kind of structure. These are again flowers. These are also flowers. So you can see what you have in your stash, and you can go ahead with that, and easiest ways you can draw. So most of the times I don't want to overwhelm with the stencil. Stencil should not be, you know, it should be part of your project. It should not get things out of your project. So like here, if I want to add this on her kind of dress kind of thing, something like that, it's kind of feathering out, I'm gonna put some kind of mask here so that it shows her dress line. I just want to show you a few tricks, that's why I'm showing this, like something like this. I don't want to go my about that. Okay, so I can just put here, and I can see that pencil, and then I can add this stencil here. For the fillers, I can add this one, or you can choose these kind of stuff, or you can choose this one also. We can add few flowers. I will avoid adding these kind of detailed stencils, particularly for this one. Why? Because we already draw the flowers like a roses, and we got that cabbage rose kind of thing going on here. And if you put these kind of stencils, which are kind of giving very perfect impression of the thing, then it gonna steal the light from this. So choosing the stencils is also a way, like you should to choose the proper way. Again, I have few stamps like this one with the flowers. I can use that, but if I want to use that, then I will use the stamps all over the image, because I don't want to you know, mix and match the things if they are pretty detailed. If they are not pretty detailed, you can match according to your drawings. But if you see, if I put these kind of structures all around her, they're gonna steal the show. And if you are, I will not use the black ink to stamp them, but if you want to stamp them, you can go ahead and stamp them in a very lighter shades of ink, and then you can just, you know, color them. Other things, you can add these kind of 3D elements, like we can add this butterfly somewhere here, or just like maybe here, or maybe somewhere here. So you can ask these kind of elements. I just cut out this with the volume. I stamp the butterfly with the intense ink Memento black, or you can use the StazOn also, any waterproof ink, so that if you want to color it, you can color it afterwards. So that is the thing. And I already told you that I'm going to show you a few techniques how we will work on it. So I found this stencil so much, like I just found it. I didn't plan it that I will do it, but I think that will just look very nice on her, like it's going down, some kind of feathering effect. And whatever you don't like, you can mask it out. Like if I want to put this element here and I want to put it in a very proper way, like something like this, so I will just stick all of it, all the three things together on both the side. Now here you can see that feather goes like this, and I don't want this feather to cover, so I can just put more tape to cover that feather, because I don't want that. I'm just using my fingers sometimes. Okay, so I don't want that, so I'll keep covering whatever I don't want, and I can put everything else there. I already have a guideline for that stencil. And what if you don't have a stencils, or you don't want to use stencils, still it's okay. I think I'll choose this raspberry color. Still it's okay. I just want to give you a different idea, and you can do the same flower techniques what we did yesterday on this one, so that it will look cohesive somehow. After dabbing it, it's a new pad I think, so I'll just check. Okay, and then I will just go in the round motion. I don't want it should be more prominent. You can use these kind of sponges also for this thing. I have this one also. Again, tap and see how much ink you have, and then just going, mixing and blending the colors. These are water activated colors. You can use these with the water. If I spritz the water on it, it will give me whenever you feel that you got that blob here, you can just put more color to mix it, but not that much that now time to reveal. I don't want to go much more there. I'm just pushing those boundaries so that it's look the part of it, and you can see it's kind of taking taking the dress shape. Right now I don't want that particular line there. I just make it to get my reference. I don't want that harsh line. But now you can see you have that little bit of, sorry my hair, and you have that little bit of curve going on this side. So either you can add the butterfly stencil or something like that, which will not take a full intention away. And then for the others, I don't want to add more flowers, but I can add this stencil, and I want a very muted color for that. So maybe this. So choosing color for particular things is very also important. You can't dominate that color. You can't go with like pure red or something like that, so that it will, you know, push out the things. Now on the top I can use this, and a pumpkin stone I can use. And if you don't have these colors, you can use your pastels to draw it. You can have little bit of sprays on it, or you can have a little bit of water wash on it, and that will also good idea. to get more things. Now here I'm not doing much prominently inside those flowers. I still want those should be the star of the show, and you can see that stencil is there. So I'm filling those gaps, but I'm not putting everything. You can use the other part of stencil also. And the color I took is very nude color. Okay, so now you can see we have that little bit of texture around it, but it's not stealing the show. I need little bit up also. Now here you can see I can see those leaves, so I will not put on those leaves. I'll just go near them so that I will have the texture, but same time I will not taking much from them. Now you can do the same thing with the stamps also, by taking a really light color ink, and which will not steal your show. So you see, I don't even thought that I have to use this. I like that pumpkin stone so much, and it comes out so nicely that it's filling the gap, and still it's so subtle. Now maybe I can add little bit something here. Should I add it or not? I'm still in kind of confusion, like should I add it or not. And then I can just little bit maybe extend her shoulders, something like that. Okay, you can add her jewelry or something like that, maybe a flower stone there, or some kind of I just want few strands of her hair going all over again on these, so it will not look very different. So few strands are on. So if you want a really subtle look, I think we are done with our work here. But if you want a more like colorful and more prominent look, you can choose the brighter colors, and that will still work. But I'm totally satisfied how it came out. I really like that. I don't want to add something more prominent here, and if you really want to add, you can add one or two flowers just like these here. If you don't have that stencil, that will also look very beautiful as per as our reference image. So sometimes reference images are just the images where you can get the positions of the thing, and then you can add something little bit more according to your preferences or your likes. You don't have to always follow the full, that's why they call the reference images. You don't have to follow the full thing. If you want to do a really detailed drawing, you can do these leaves again on all over the side, or what you can do is you can emphasize them again, like I'll show you. So now it's just adding little bit of bits here and there to emphasize our drawings or our shapes in that thing. I'm gonna put everything aside, so I'll get the clear table, and then you can check your color as always. Sometimes it's like it happens so many times that you know your colors very well, so you don't have to do watercolors on this or watercolor wash on this. But if you want, you can do that also. You don't have to add water on this like here we did, to just make little bit mute. Here I'm drawing just those veins of the leaves. And some people says that you should not turn the page, but I'm totally in turning the page. If it's wet, if my hand is not going, I didn't get that movement freely, so I will turn the page, and it's totally fine with me. it's personal preference, artist to artist. And then I'm gonna use the same color in all those leaves just because it looks more cohesive. If you feel that you can't go that fast, just take your time to go line by line. It's totally fine if you really want the fine details going on, or if you catch the curve in the shapes of the flower. So now you can see the same way I can do it for this brown also. And I will take a little bit different color, darker shade, something like that. And if you don't have a practice of your strokes, then you can definitely do that on any rough sheet of paper. Like you can draw just one leaf and see how your strokes are going. Are you happy with them or not? Or you can use a sketchbook to do that. I always suggest do some practice beforehand if you are any doubt about it, that how it gonna look like. Or what else you can do is you can put a tracing paper or a vellum paper on it. Basically I am talking about here the transparent paper, like this, and then you can draw on that and see that okay, that flowers is look good on this or not. If you have these kind of sheets which is like a polythene kind of structure which came with the envelope, these are from the stencils we use, I think, yeah. So you can put those also to see if it's working for you or not. Or you can just cut the leaf, like here I create the leaf, you can just cut the leaf and put there and see like okay, I like it or not. If you like it, you can put that as a collage also, that will also do. Or you can draw then afterwards, and then you will have. Other thing I want to show you is how to add a blink in the subtle paintings. First thing, you can darken up little bit areas like we are doing here. Other thing I love to do is add the metallic accent to them. So there are many ways to add the metallic accent to them. You can use the direct metallic watercolor and put the wash on that, or we can use the metallic pencils. I'll show you. So these are the few metallic colors, and you can see on my channel many videos that how to get a wash with the metallic colors. These both are the cheaper ones, these are from the good ones. Or you can take a gouache like metallic color. This one is from Artisan. What we will use today, as we are doing the exploring the pencils, these are the Faber-Castell metallic color pencils. And remember, these are not the water soluble, so they will add just a little bit of accent in your thing. But remember, these are not water soluble, so you can use that also to add the things. And I'll show you which color should we take. So there are few shades. These are pretty subtle one, but they are nice. They'll work on black also. So that is the fun thing about them. I love them. So I just added, I'm gonna add little bit of on her hair. Okay. Now these shines are pretty, what do you say, pretty subtle. They will not add much shine, but these shines very subtle when you tilt your paper and or light catches or sun rays fall on them, then you can see those stuff. But these are very pretty subtle, so it will not steal the show. And you can add little bit in the those hair strands also, which is here. So now I'm adding the fine lines so that it will take a shape of hair strands. Like in one strand we have so many hairs, so maybe I'll got the texture of it in them. I don't like hair should be like look more black or something. I choose the colors like shade of brown, shade of green, darkest green, or shade of grays for this particular one. Why? Cause black is sometimes so prominent that it will steal the show. But if you're doing all this stuff in the black and white only, pencil sketching or thing like that, you can turn that also, so that then also it will look nice. For the leaves also, if you want to add, you can take a shade of green if you really want. I will add this little bit of gold on her eyelids, on that texture we are already putting there. And maybe I don't have pure pink or shade in that, but I can add little bit small lines of the shade, which is kind of brownish shade. I don't think they have kind of numbers on them, but you can find the things similar to them. I can call it complete and I will never stop for doing it. Like I can just still do all of this. So let me know how you like this kind of project. Would you like to do these kind of studies? Whatever have your material, you can try with the different substrate, and you can take a reference for anywhere. Like I showed you, it's from Pinterest or something online, or today we can create images from AI also. And then you can just put all that together, see what supplies you have or what you are in mood that day to create, and how can you add more texture to them. So sometimes what happen, you don't like the stuff what you do and you just stop completing the process. Don't do that. Sometimes adding these small details will give you liking your project. So never throw a project, keep it with you. You don't know how you're gonna use it. You really don't know where you're gonna like it. So that's I always in my mind. And for particular, if here if I want to add the texture, the metallic texture in each and every flower or in each and every leaf, go ahead and do that. That is also fine. It's totally depend personal taste. Or you can do one drawing in that, other drawing in that, and that will give you a full idea that how it works. I'm kind of taking to this, like putting here something, but I think I'm gonna skip that. And that is for the today's project, that how you can add more things to get more cohesive and fun factors to your thing. Here again, if you want to add some kind of flurries and stuff, you can go ahead and add. I just want to keep it like that way. Maybe we can show little bit of her collarbones, just little bit, not much. And then I will not use water now. You can add more, drama by adding the color, darker shades here. And you have to put your pencil like this, which is kind of more flattened to your surface. Okay, if you want to turn, go ahead and turn. So there are a couple of techniques you can do with this. You can add more stuff, you can just keep going like I'm doing or you decide that okay, this one is finished, I don't want to do it again. So I think this is today's project. I'll see you in the next project. Let me know how you like it. Would you want to try it? If you try it, tag me on the social media. I love to see this stuff, what people do, or just post me. And if you have any kind of trouble while doing this project, or if you have any kind of confusion, or you have more ideas about it, please share it with the world. Put it in a comment box so that other can read. And they'll also get an idea that what should we do. So until the next crafty project, have a crafty life. Bye bye and take care.